This is every videographer's dirty secret. This drive right here has a client's complete podcast library on it. This one has client B-roll from a whole week in Montana on a commercial shoot for a client. This one I haven't plugged in since last year. And this one down here, I'm actually scared to see what's on it. Now, if you shoot video for a living or even just like a serious hobby, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every project becomes another drive. Every client becomes another label. And every time you need to find old footage, it just becomes this like 20-minute scavenger hunt. So there just has to be a better way. And for the last week or so, I've actually been testing one out. This is the UGREEN NAS DXP4800 PRO. In full transparency, UGREEN sponsored this video and sent me the unit, but I told them up front, I'm only doing this if I can actually use it in my workflow. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set it up, move an entire active project library onto it. I'm gonna edit directly off of it and tell you exactly where it fits and where it doesn't for my video flow. So if you're tired of juggling drives around all the time, just stick around. Now, if you're new here and you're not familiar with me, my name is Caleb and I've been doing freelance video production since 2012. I'm also the founder of the Video Lab, which is a content studio located in South Dakota, where we help clients record video podcasts, YouTube videos, courses, and a bunch of other things. Normally here on my channel, I'm talking about LUMIX specific cameras, but when UGREEN reached out, it really intrigued me because storage, media storage is something that I'm always running into issues with. So what is a NAS system anyway? It stands for Network Attached Storage. And it's basically your own private cloud that lives in your studio. So instead of paying Google or Dropbox every month to hold your footage on someone else's servers, your data lives here on a drive that's accessible on every device on your network. It's cheaper in the long term, and nobody else has a copy of your client's footage. Out of the box, the build is all metal, which I appreciate. This isn't gonna feel like some type of toy sitting on your desk. You got the 4 bays up front for your big storage drives, 2 M.2 SSD slots inside for speed, and on the back, the part that matters most for video work, a 10 gigabyte network port. That number is gonna come up a lot. Up front, you got USB-C, USB-A, and an SD card slot, so you can dump cards straight onto the NAS without even touching your laptop. That right there is already a workflow win. All right, not gonna lie, I thought setup would take way longer, not having any experience with a NAS system, but it was actually really fast. You pull a tray out, there's no screwdriver needed, even though you do get screwdrivers with this package. The sled has these 3 little side rails. You just snap your hard drive in, slide the tray back, and it locks into the back plane. It took me about 90 seconds per drive, if that. There's a key lock on each bay as well, and that matters because we're gonna be in a shared studio space. All right, so you power it on, the UGREEN app finds it on your network, and the setup wizard walks you through everything, like naming the device, creating your admin account, configuring your RAID, and if RAID kind of freaks you out a little bit, don't worry, it literally has recommended settings and tells you what each option does, really in pretty simple English. Okay, so here's what really matters when it comes to having a studio like mine, and we're doing like a bunch of podcasts. It comes down to speed and transferring those files. So I have a client podcast I'm gonna transfer over to the new NAS system. So I'm gonna set a timer. It's 3 camera angles, about 17, 18 gigs worth of footage, and I'm gonna transfer it over the network. And then I'm gonna compare those speeds to uploading the same 3 camera angles, same files to both Dropbox and Google Drive. So about 9 minutes, 20 seconds through the network. Okay, I'm gonna drop those same files into Google Drive. So I just dropped them in. The time is varying. All right, it looks like Google Drive finally settled in at about 35 minutes estimated time left. Now, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm about 3 minutes, 30 seconds in on the Google Drive upload. What I'm gonna do is make a note, and I'm actually gonna start the upload to Dropbox. So right now I'm gonna drop the same files, same 3 files, this client podcast into Dropbox. So this is real time right here. I just uploaded it, and so it looks like, we'll see what it settles in at. My guess it'll be probably somewhere around similar to what Google Drive will be. Okay, so for the sake of this video, right now I'm about hitting 9 minutes, 20 seconds, the time that it took to upload these 3 clips to the NAS system, to the UGREEN NAS system. Let's see, Dropbox still has 41 minutes. It's taken about 15 minutes per clip to upload to Dropbox, and Google Drive, let me check. Google Drive keeps increasing. Like, it started at 35 minutes to get all these. Now it's up to 38 minutes left. So I'm already past having all the files already uploaded to the NAS system. So I'm gonna move on. That kind of gives you an example of how fast through your own network, it's gonna be huge for the studio here. So as a studio owner, this is the thing that's really gonna matter. Can I actually edit from this NAS system over the network? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna open up DaVinci Resolve, and I'm gonna take those same 3 files, those 3 camera angles from this client podcast, and I'm going to put them in there on the timeline and see what happens editing over this NAS system. So using SMB, which is just a fancy way of saying like the NAS appears on my computer as like a external hard drive. Now, normally we shoot our podcast in 1080p, so I'm gonna be editing the 1080p timeline directly off the NAS. So it's like I'm using an external hard drive, it's just over the network.
When people start to get almost, I say like disappointed and discouraged when...
If you're a multicam editor, this is gonna probably be a game changer, being able to get all of these angles in one library, you know, accessible from any edit bay in the studio. You know, for my podcast clients, this is huge. We shoot multicam, multi-mic, you know, sometimes up to 5 angles per episode. So instead of like shuffling through drives between the shoot, computer, and the edit bay, the footage lands right on the NAS system, which is gonna be nice. And my editor can open it up from her station, like, I don't know, a few feet away, 10 feet away, different room. So even if you're primarily video, you've probably got like a mountain of photos too, you know, like maybe some behind the scenes, maybe headshots, client deliverables, you know, location scouting, especially in the video business. So this has actually a built-in AI feature that auto tags everything. So you got like faces, places, objects, you know, you kind of make those tags. You can type in setup and it'll go to your behind the scenes setup photos. You could even tag like a client's face, right? And then any of the photos that have them in it, you know, that are grouped together, maybe across projects, they'll pop up for you. And all of this AI is like actually on the NAS itself. It runs locally. So nothing gets uploaded to a server somewhere else. So your client's faces, your location data, and I mean, even your unreleased work, it doesn't leave the NAS system. And this is really great. Like, I actually have some NDA projects, right? So like I have to sign an NDA for these projects. That matters for that type of stuff, having those things locally. Now, we talked about Google Drive and Dropbox earlier and how long it was taken to upload those files. And I'm definitely not anti cloud by any means. It's definitely still a great system, especially for client deliverables. But what you could actually do with the DXP4800, it syncs with Google Drive directly. So I can keep a client deliverables folder on the NAS that automatically mirrors the drive. So I can move on to something else, maybe grab a cup of coffee, and it's already uploaded and the share link is ready. So you get the best of both, like local speed for, working files, but then the cloud convenience for those deliverables for your clients. All right, let's talk money, because this is like where it really gets interesting for video pros for sure. So you can load this thing with like 144 terabytes of storage. Let me rephrase that so it makes sense. That's roughly like 9,800 movies. Or more relevant to us in the video space, this is years of 4K project archives. So if you're currently paying for like 2 terabytes of cloud storage, you're spending real money every month for less space than a single project sometimes. So a NAS system like this pays for itself within the first year or two. And the best thing is that the drives are actually yours and you're not dependent on another platform. Or maybe more importantly, you kind of get some of your shelf space back. Now, I want to be straight with you, because this is sponsored, I don't want to pretend that this is absolutely perfect. This is not a tiny silent box. The fans are quiet when it's idle, but it's not necessarily always quiet, especially when you're actually working off of it. It's also going to use quite a bit more power than something like this, right? So you want to take that into consideration when you are working off this NAS system. Now that's not a deal breaker, because I've got plenty of outlets around, but it will be drawing more power. Now, if you're a one-person hobbyist shooting, once a month, you might be overspending here. This unit's definitely built for people whose, the footage is their livelihood, or at least a very serious commitment. Maybe the UGREEN DH series of NAS devices, those might be better suited for beginners. So here's how I actually see us using it here in the future. So every podcast client that comes through the studio is going to get a folder on the NAS. Then the multicam footage is going to be sent directly to the NAS. So my editor is going to be able to log in directly from her workstation, cut the episodes, export the deliverables, and then the folder is going to sync to a client's Google Drive automatically. So I think this whole process of like collecting shoot drives and all that, and copying and copying to the edit drive, copy to the final delivery drive, upload to the cloud, that's all going to be in like one place now, like one system, which I think is going to be awesome. Because a lot of times we're like, what? So what used to be a process of like, hey, are you using that drive? Actually need that drive. Hey, what files are this client's, podcast episodes on? I think a lot of that's going to be eliminated with this system. It's not going to be a bunch of back and forth on these different drives all the time. So I think for a smaller studio like us, it's going to be actually pretty luxe, pretty bouge to have a NAS system like this. And I really think it's just going to improve workflow. So if you're a videographer drowning in drives, or a studio trying to get organized before the next big project, the UGREEN NAS DXP4800 Pro is definitely worth a real look. So the link's in the description if you want to check it out. Thanks to UGREEN for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.